Has there been times in your life when you've thought about potentially moving on doing the hard parts, or were you always?
Well, the hardest part really was when my husband passed during COVID. I think I told you. We've had many, many celebrities. We've had Britney Spears, we've had Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Lopez, you name it. We have a list of clients. Chris Bosh, he used to be at the salon. We did his wedding. We did Roberto Cavalli's, definitely Nicole Kidman. Location is key, very important. Of course, the people you hire need to be passionate about their work. They have to be good at it, of course. Experience. 85-90% of our business is from the rest, the locals and the celebrities and the new people that are living in this area now.
We're going to be visiting a salon. It's called Rick Rack. It's been open for over 30 years, right here in the center of Brickell. We're going to be talking about her story, how she got started, the fact that she actually does not do hair herself, but she's been able to build a multi-million-dollar business with her and her husband. And we couldn't be in a better location. Pan up right there. You can see all the high rises. You have Moxies, you have everything. Everything that you've seen on YouTube, Instagram, we're right in the middle of everything. And we're going to meet the owner right now. The great thing about this location is that they have Starbucks right outside of here. You have Moxie's. You have some of the most famous buildings right here in Brickell as well. And we're going to meet the owner right now. So we're standing outside of her location right now. The cool thing is some of the different services that she does include style, makeup. She does blowouts, hair extensions, and they also do man haircuts as well. So to get in here, you actually have to come through here, go through this room, and go up the elevator to go up to Rick Rack Salon. I feel like I'm over here in Hollywood taking pictures right now, but let's go and meet her. So the hair salon is actually has two different sections to it. There is a nail salon that's a different business, and then her hair salon is on this side. So they have many different products, and what's cool is that they sell their products, they sell clothing as well, and they also do services. So this is one of the rare businesses that has both services and products that they sell. Let's come through here. You see some of the different jewelry that they had here. It's a really cool set. This is the hair salon here. They have dozens of chairs that you can kind of sit around, and we're gonna meet Raquel. Hi, Raquel. Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
Good.
I'm Frank.
How are you?
Yeah, nice to meet you.
You.
Yeah. So thank you so much for inviting us into your hair salon.
Sure, it's my pleasure.
Yeah. So I heard a little bit about your story. Obviously, we talked a little bit before this. And you've been in business for over 30 years, right?
Yes.
So that means the Great Recession. That means COVID. That means the ups and downs.
Absolutely.
From your background, it's so rare to have someone who you have a passion for hair, but you don't necessarily do the hair yourself. And so many people watching this are passionate to something, but they're not experts in it, right?
Right, right.
And it's turned them away from actually doing the business itself.
Oh, it shouldn't.
Right.
It shouldn't.
Why do you feel like you've been able to be successful for over 30 years, even though you're not necessarily an expert in the hair itself?
My passion is all about fashion, and hair is definitely fashion. It's like so important. That's been the love for me since I was a child. I grew up in New York. I would always go to the stores and look at all those beautiful windows, and that's been my life. No, I'm not a hairdresser, but I love to see beauty. I love to see the transition when a woman walks in or a guy, and they just change, and you can see their face. They're so happy, and that makes me happy. I think people should definitely go for it, even if you're not the expert at it.
Yeah, yeah. So when you started this business, you started it with your husband, right?
That's correct.
Was it that there were certain things that he was good at and there were certain things that you were good at? How did that partnership kind of go together? And how did you decide what you were going to do and what his part of the business was?
It was definitely a love affair. When I met him, it was love at first sight. He was a gorgeous guy. He was the hairdresser, and he came in to do my models for my store. We had a fashion show. We hired the salon he was at. And so he was excellent with hair. He was a colorist. And he worked with hair, just, anything you gave him. You could have hair really messed up. He would just fix it and make it beautiful. So he was great at that. And I was good with the clothing and the rest of the fashion. So we blended that together. That's how we started the business, the fashion world from my part, and then him with the hair.
Your relationship, was it because did it come from the love of like you guys shared similar passions, or did it come from like you guys had the personal love and you decided to start the business, or did the business bring a love affair from there?
I think it was a total love affair everywhere.
Okay.
I mean, I loved what I did. I still do.
Okay.
I love going shopping, not only for myself, but for the salon. He loved hair. He loved people. The blending of his passion with my passion in beauty worked very well. It sparked, and it made our business very successful because we both had the same goal to make people beautiful and happy.
Wow. So we talked a little bit before about, you didn't always have a salon, right? Yeah, and people see this a big operation, and maybe they assume that, you came from money, you just had it growing up. Can you tell us a little bit about your background? Did you come from money, or was it a struggle to kind of get to where you are now?
Well, no. I was born in Cuba and we had to leave. I left when I was 6 years old and we moved to New York, and I grew up in New York. My parents worked very hard and I grew up there. When we came down, they kept working and I studied and all that. When we started the salon, no, we did not come from money. We had to get a loan because back then in '89, when we first opened, there weren't any suites like there are now that you could just open that little space for yourself. It was a full-blown hair salon. So you needed money for the equipment, for the space, the rent, the renovation. So we had to get a loan, and we did, and it was fine. We paid it off throughout the years, and it worked.
And do you still remember what that initial loan was?
Yes, I do. The first loan, I believe, was it wasn't much because it was 1989. So I think we started our business very humble for about maybe $50,000, which we got a loan for. As we grew, because we only had 3 hairdressers and myself, as we went on growing and we had to move out of the original space 15 years later, then we got a big loan because we moved into a very large space with lots of, we had 50 hairstylists, 50 employees altogether. So we got a loan for $500,000.
Wow. So it went from 50,000 to 500,000.
Yes, throughout the years,
Over
we
the
paid
years.
everything out, thank God, and but the place was very big. It was 7,000 square feet, and we had to gut it and start from scratch, and we built a beautiful place. And we had a lot of employees, and but we made good money, so we paid everything back.
Was that the riskiest time of your life, would you say?
Yes, I would say. Yes, it was scary.
'Cause it could have not worked.
Yeah,
Right?
it could have
worked,
not worked.
but,
And then,
yeah.
wow. But no, we were both scared, but we did it. We were both, I've always been an entrepreneur, even before I met my husband. So we did it, and it worked, thank God. It worked.
And the key for your business is to be successful for a hair salon. Would you say it's the people that you hire? Is it the product, or it's the location? What's the most important to make sure that it's sustainable?
I think it's a combination. Location is key, very important. Of course, the people you hire need to be passionate about their work. They have to be good at it, of course, experienced, like people, and like to work, and responsible, and so on, like any job, and talented. It's a big combo there. It's a big combination. And then, of course, the passion from the owners, always being there and always being a part of it. For us, I think success was mainly because we felt like a family, and we greeted everyone that came in. Didn't matter who it was, from what part of town or what, nationality or anything or status. They were like friends. Our clients were like friends to us. We loved everybody. So I think that really made us very successful, that part of it too.
So you're a big people person, right?
We are. Yes, I am.
It's needed for this industry.
You need to have a good personality for this industry. I think personality is key for the hairstylists.
Right.
Talented, of course,
Yeah.
and they have to do a good job, but their personality is so important.
Have you seen people, stylists over the years? Maybe they were just new at it. They didn't really have the necessary skills in the beginning, right? They had to ramp it up. but they were just so successful because they just were great with people.
They were
Is that
great with
something?
people. Yes, absolutely. They were talented, of course, and they had to learn a lot. You
Right.
know, we trained them a lot. We had classes all the time. But their personality, that's where you see who grows and who doesn't. Very important.
Yeah.
And you can have a hairstylist for many years and not very busy, and they're good. And then somebody else comes in and they might not be that great at hair, but they have that personality and they become very successful.
Yeah.
I see that all the time.
And you have to be extremely patient with people, right? With getting them to the certain
And the
level that they
customer is
yeah.
always right. Whatever they want is what you do. You don't fight them. You don't, oh no, but this is not going to be good for you. No, no, no. You make it happen. Make them happy. That's what you want, for them to leave with a smile.
Over the years, you mentioned that you have a certain amount of people who are tourists that come here to your salon, but then you also have a lot of people who are just loyal, who have been with you over the years. Keeping people loyal, once the stylist leaves, how do you retain the customer and the client themselves? Do you make it a known to engage with your customers even if you're not the one doing their hair?
I do. That's what I do here. You know, I love talking to my clients. I love, you know, they tell me their stories and, you know, what's going on in their lives, and I tell them mine. And yes, it's a very nice relationship. However, many people do follow their stylist. You know, it's just the way it is. And many come back because maybe they don't like the place the stylist went to. You know, it happens a lot too.
Okay.
So it's, you know, it's kind of like, yeah. But we've had all sorts of clients. We've had many, many celebrities. My husband used to do Barbra Streisand's hair. We've had Britney Spears. We've had Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Lopez, you name it. We have a list of clients that have come through Rick Rack, and we've done their hair. Nicole, Kidman, big time people. Because of having a salon at the Four Seasons Hotel, they would stay there, and the hotel would send them either to our salon inside the hotel or the big one, which used to be across the street or here.
Right,
We do Brito, we do Luis Miguel, we do so many people. So we have the celebrities, and then we have the locals that are very loyal, and then we have the tourists as well.
And do you do events or get
We
people
do a
ready
lot
for
of
them?
events. I've done many events throughout the years, and we do a lot of charity events as well. Yeah, many charities.
Yeah, so obviously, weddings are probably huge, right, for your industry.
Yes, of course.
Percentage-wise, how much would you say your business comes from events and going out to different, getting people ready for weddings and birthdays
Well,
and stuff like that?
most of our business, I would say 85, 90% of our business is from the rest, you know, the locals and the celebrities and the new people that are living in this area now, the young people that are coming down from New York, from LA, you know, weddings. We do weddings, usually at the Four Seasons.
Okay.
We go there and we do them because it's very convenient for them. You know,
They host weddings at the Four Seasons too?
big time. Beautiful,
Okay.
beautiful weddings. We just did one that was just amazing. It's comfortable because they don't have to leave the area. They're staying at the hotel and they come down or we'll go to the room and do their, you know, hair and makeup, whatever they want. And so, yeah, we do a lot of weddings, but it's probably like a 15%, 10% of our business, the weddings, and then events, the rest.
Through the 30 years, right, technology has changed a whole lot. In order for you to be this successful, I'm sure you've had to change a lot.
You do.
You have to be flexible with the market, right?
Yes, you do. You have to be up there. Before, we used to do a lot of magazines. We were in a lot of magazines. Some were full page ads. Some were, you know, the ones that they come and talk to you and they put you in the newspaper. I was always in the magazines. My salon was in the magazines, newspaper, TV even. We were interviewed quite a bit. We did The Housewives of Miami, filmed in the salon. The
Oh, really?
Basketball Wives. We did a
Okay,
few
okay.
filming there as well through the years. Yeah, we've done so much. 38 years to be exact.
Yeah, the memories and everything like that, just over the
But
years.
yeah, but you do have to adjust. Now magazines are like not a big deal anymore. Now it's the social media. So we are in social media for sure. And, you know, we have a person that does our social media.
Okay.
And I do social media. I take film, you know, I videotape my people. They do it themselves. They put the microphone, you know. So you've got to do it. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So between the two locations, we have this one in Brickell. It's a larger location, right, size-wise.
Yes, it is.
But then you can make the argument that the one in the Four Seasons could be which one is the flagship? Which one is the star?
This is the flagship.
Okay.
It's always been because of the size and because most of my hairdressers are here. I have about 12 hairdressers at the moment. The other salon, we have only 2 and 2 manicurists there at the Four Seasons. We send people from here, but this is my flagship. It's always been the bigger salon has been the flagship. Flagship is important.
The flagship is really just the one that brings in the most revenue, which you would say is this one.
Yes. And then we have the Four Seasons, which again, it's kind of tricky because when my people from here go there, they're still making money, so it's for the same reason, same purpose.
Well, would you say networking wise, like having that one right where the Four Seasons wise is done a lot of wonders for you?
It has done a lot of wonders, and especially with the celebrities. Right. I mean, they have so many staying there, and they send them to us because they trust us. We've been there so many years. We were there the first day the hotel opened.
Oh, so you have a real connection. You have their number and everything.
Yeah.
So through some of the connects that you've been able to make, right, in Miami, you've seen some of the top artists, top celebrities so far here.
Top basketball players. Yeah. They used to come to the salon. Chris Bosh, he used to be at the salon. We did his wedding. Oh yeah.
Wow.
And we've done a lot of fashion shows we did Roberto Cavalli's show for hair. We did the hair and the makeup for Cavalli. So many designers that would come through and call us, to do their models.
So who are some of the most famous celebrities that you've met before over the years?
I would say definitely Nicole Kidman.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Nicole Kidman and Kravitz. What's his name?
Kravitz?
Lenny Kravitz was our client too. They used to go out together.
Yeah.
And
he has great hair. Lenny,
he's very handsome. Yeah. She came in with him one time to the big salon and she was there. Very sweet. Oh, so precious. She looked like an angel walking around. Barbra Streisand was very, very nice. My husband went over to Rosie O'Donnell's house to do her hair because she was here for a concert.
Oh, so you went to her on that?
Yes, we went there.
Yeah.
My husband did her highlight for the concert. Beyonce was there. Jay-Z was there at the Four Seasons. We would go up to the room. Yeah.
You've been in Beyonce's room?
Yeah.
Wow. So some of these artists...
Nicki Minaj, we did her nails. Christina Aguilera. I mean, we were very, very, very popular.
Wow.
We still are, but the
That's
celebrities now have changed too. They don't stay at the Four Seasons that much anymore. I don't know why, because it's a fabulous place. Now they go to I guess they go to, what do you call them, Airbnbs and stuff. I don't know.
Okay, villas and stuff.
Villas and stuff, yeah. And so Miami has grown so much too.
Right.
Back then it was just the Four Seasons and the Mandarin. That was it around here. So it's grown so much that now, but we still get celebrities coming through.
And you mentioned that sometimes you don't even know who it is, right?
Well, many times they won't say anything. Yeah, they don't tell you until you meet them, but they do tell you VIP big time. So we know, we're like, uh-oh. Yeah.
If I'm the owner, have you ever just dropped yourself? I want to meet this person.
Sure, I have, of course. But we were not allowed to ask for photos.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that was one of the things at the Four Seasons. They wouldn't allow us
use your memory.
And I understand because you don't want to bother them.
Yeah.
But Britney Spears was so cool, and so was Nicole Kidman. They were very cool.
Wow.
We were at Jennifer Lopez's house. We did a facial for her. It was very cool.
Amazing.
Janet Jackson we went to do as well. Manny Petty.
Has any of these working relationships ever turned into hey, can you come to my event? Or hey, I would love to meet you for something else. Have you ever on a personal level with
usually they don't even live here.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Barbra Streisand was very nice. She wanted us to go to the concert, and she gave us 5 tickets front row as a thank you for my husband and for having gone over there to do her hair.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. And I'd love to be able to check out some of the products in your store.
Absolutely, let's do it.
Yeah. So it's a pretty big space, an open space.
Yes, it is. So we have the Keristas.
Okay.
What
are some of the most popular products that you use here in your salon?
Well, Keristas is very, very good for us. It's the number one line that we carry. This one here, Chronologist, is amazing to repair the hair, smooth it. If you have hair that has been damaged damaged from bleaching or whatever, you know, this is one of the best lines to use.
Okay.
We have a treatment that is a caviar treatment. It's amazing by the chronologist. Yeah, we do it here. It's an in-house treatment. It's very good, very special.
When you find products that you love like this, right? I'm sure buying products is not like if I was to buy it, I would go to the store. For you, how do you source these products? Do you have exclusive deals with some companies, or how's the manufacturing work on the back end for stuff like this?
They're very helpful, actually. Just a little while ago, there were two people here, two men. They were showing me new line of Brazilian blowout.
Okay.
We use Brazilian blowout, and they just came out with some new products, which are really impressive take-home products for the frizz, and it's just very interesting. So they work with us that way. You know, they'll come, they'll do a class, they'll teach our stylists their new latest formulas or, you know, products. So yeah, they do. They're a big part of the education for the salon. So that's how we know what to buy, what they recommend.
Okay. So a lot of times you don't even have to necessarily do all of your own research. You'll partner with them, and
they partner with us, and they let us know what's best for this area, for Miami. You know, there's a lot of humidity here, so humidity
frizz is a big thing, right?
Frizz is a big thing. So this line is just amazing. The whole line is good, but this particular one, the chronologist, is like amazing. It's a French line.
So let's talk a little bit about seasonality, right? With the busiest season of the month or of the year is which one?
Well, it's usually the winter. Fall and winter. Now summer has always been, you know, a slower season. A lot of people are at the beach, so they don't come weekly to get their blow dries done, or, you know, lots of people away on vacation. The kids are out of school, so they leave, you know. We're still good, but it does get a little bit slower. Usually December, January, February, March are very good months.
Now, is that for Miami's sake, or like, for instance, it's wintertime because it's warm here still in the winter?
Yeah.
But nationwide, what would you say is for hair is the most popular season outside of Miami?
I would say the same.
Oh, it's still winter time.
Yeah, winter time, I would say.
Okay.
Because I think so. New York for sure. I think winter.
A lot of fashion shows, a lot of stuff
winter
going
is
on.
happening. Yeah.
Okay, so we can see a little bit more of the salon.
Come this way.
So this is the area where people get their shampoo done, right?
Right, this is where they get their shampoo done, and some of the treatment are done here as well. We have a very interesting treatment, which is an ozone. This machine here, it's an ozone. This steam comes out, and it's just amazing. Yeah, we use it along with a mask, and the steam opens the cuticles of the hair, so it allows the mask to penetrate, you know, and it's amazing. And a blue light comes out. It's called the ozone hair treatment.
Hair treatment. Okay.
Yes, we do a lot of that, and it's very beneficial.
So for a store like this, right, pretty big in size, open concept, really nice. You have prime location. Just for anybody who's want to start their own business, obviously they're not going to start at this size, but how much would you say that you pay on a monthly basis for a store like this, a location like this?
We pay about $15,000 a month for rent.
Would you consider that to be, for where you are, to be a good deal? How's that number changed since COVID? Was it more or less before COVID? Or?
No, it's more now.
It's more now.
Yes.
Okay.
Brickell has become such a big city. Everything is quite expensive now. Brickell is expensive right now.
And you mentioned that you do pay your hairstylists as W-2 workers.
They're W-2s. Yes, they are. They're W-2s. They're my employees. Yeah.
And what's some of the reasons that you find that that's better than going the traditional, they work
the
for
1099s?
1099.
Well, honestly, the 1099 for a business owner is better because you don't have to pay their part of their taxes, like, you know. But we feel that loyalty is better, and it's more, you know, for the law, it's more clean, you know what I mean? It's more legitimate. Yeah,
right,
legit. That's the word.
And it's good for your employees, right?
And it's good for them, of course. Yeah, they like to be W-2s.
Yeah, because they don't have to worry about their taxes as much. It really takes it out from their
We
account,
take it out for them, and we pay part of it, and
And also,
but 1099 is good too, because that means they're an independent contractor. So, you know, it's really, it depends. It depends on the owners, really. They can do both as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. Yeah. So if you can tell me a little bit more about your jewelry that here. You have a lot of different jewelries.
I do. I have this friend of mine who is a jewelry designer. Her name is Annie Lago, and she designs all of these beautiful pieces. They're all natural stones, gold plated, so they last. You know, you can go in the water. They're beautiful pieces.
Yeah. So it's all beach inspired. I see their
Like right
fish.
now, it's very beachy jewelry, you know, but they're all natural stones. She works with all the, semi-precious stones, some from Tibet. She brings them from different parts of the world. And for the summer, she works a lot with shells.
Okay.
These are real shells.
And you mentioned that before social media, jewelry was a bigger part of your business, right? At some point, right?
The jewelry?
Yes.
I had a full salon. Yeah, we had a lot of clothing. We had shoes, hats, handbags, and a lot of jewelry.
Yeah.
But it was a very big space, so we had a full-blown boutique.
Yeah.
Now we have a smaller space, so I have a smaller area, you know?
Yeah. So now that you kind of have a smaller place, we all as a business have to make transitions, right?
We do.
I used to be in the property management business and I got into the vacation rental, right? There was a time when Airbnbs were picked
Big
up and they
time.
were big time, right?
Yes.
Then after a while, even here in Miami, things got a little more saturated. There was a lot of Airbnbs on the market.
Yeah, everybody did an Airbnb.
Right. So then the demand went down, what you can pay went down. So it's like anything, right?
Yeah, everything changes.
Everything has ebbs and flows. Your ability to adjust all the time, it just means that you're not stubborn to the market. You're going to go with what is best for your customers and not necessarily
What the customer wants, for sure. Flexibility is very important for any business. So yes, you have to be very flexible. You have to be in with the latest trends. Make the customer happy, you know?
Yeah. And you're here almost on a daily basis, right?
Yes, I come here usually. I have a new granddaughter, so I take care of my granddaughter on Mondays and sometimes Tuesdays, but I'm here as of Wednesday through Saturday. However, the salon never closes. We're open 7 days.
Every day?
Every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
How important do you think the success of your business is you being here on a weekly basis at this
Very.
point?
I think even my own employees, they tell me, no, we miss you. We want you here. You know, sometimes I just went on vacation and they're like, where were you? We missed you. So, and my clients
She got to rest,
too.
guys. She got to rest.
I got to rest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, it is very important. The owners need, I think, to be present.
Well, nowadays, everybody wants to have this passive business, right?
Really?
Money just comes in. We are living on vacation. You see that on Instagram, right?
Sure, I do.
Open a salon, hire a few people, successful, and you go on vacation. But
Good luck.
It don't work like that, does it?
Good luck with that. No. I tell you, my husband and I were always here. My business partner is always here. His wife is always here. And I'm here. So, no. You need to be present.
Present. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, 30 plus years in business so far.
Yes.
What do you see the future in this business? Do you want to sell it someday? Do you want to pass it along to someone? What's the future long term?
Well, right now we don't have any plans to pass it along or even sell, but I think what we would like to do is expand at some point. Okay. Maybe another space, maybe add on to the business, like maybe bring in more skincare or, more nail services. Expand within the salon or, other spaces as well. That's what we've been thinking about, expansion.
And for other women who are watching this, right, who really they see your success, it's not easy for someone to always be in a good mood. She always seems so positive. It's crazy. You're smiling every day. There's stress that happens.
Yes, there is.
And especially in the service business. I mean, someone's not happy with this thing. We got things happening in the background. How do you stay so positive every day, even though when there's tough things in your life?
Well, I think the love that I have for my business is so strong. I am so passionate about it that I never give up. And I always feel that by being, grateful and happy to be here with my customers, my employees, they're my family. It's such a pleasure for me that it's easy for me to be smiling and be happy, to be honest, Yeah, we do have our ups and downs, of course, but overall, it's a very beautiful business. And I suggest that if somebody out there loves it, go for it.
Has there been times in your life when you've thought about potentially moving on during the hard parts, or were you always?
Well, the hardest part really was when my husband passed during COVID. I think I told you.
Yeah.
He got COVID and he passed, and it was very quick. And I was really like in shock for a while. But thank God for my business partner, Jack Chassie, and his wife, Cindy. We made it through. And of course, my staff. And I also have a very good manager here, Betty. And she helps us all the time. So I think my staff really brought it back. You know what I mean? Because I could have stopped at that point, but I didn't. I didn't want to. So
I think it's because you've been giving back to your teams for so many years.
My team is very important. Yes,
and they give back to you in that time.
It's mutual.
Right?
It's mutual. Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much for inviting me to the store.
Come back.
Yes, definitely. Maybe you get a haircut someday.
Absolutely.